Okay, so we've covered all of the logistics of the scorecard. Let's talk about actually how to use it. So we have all of these lines here. You can really pick any line that you want. You're going to write your name at the top. So if you had a playing partner, you could write their name here. But if you were tracking your putts and fairways, you could also write them right here. Let's just say, for example, that you were tracking some stats. And then we're going to put putts. Okay. Fairway. So if you hit the fairway off the tee box, obviously par threes are excluded in that. But let's say Cookie on number 1 hits the fairway off the tee box. She's going to check there. And let's say she ends up with a 6 and 2 putts. Okay, so at the end of the round, the goal is to have an average of 2 or less putts for the entire 18. So really your goal for putts is going to be 32 to 36 putts. If it's higher than that, then you have an opportunity to improve and lower your score in that area. So we have 4 par 3s, so that leaves us 14 holes where you could potentially hit the fairway off the tee box. I think a really good goal for that would be half of them. So we're going to shoot for 7 out of 14 here. Obviously, the more you hit, the better opportunity you have to shoot a lower score. So just kind of tracking to see where you're at now so that the next time you play, you can lower that number. Now, one thing I love to do, specifically if I'm getting ready for tournament play, is I will pre-fill out a scorecard with a goal. And this is like realistically going through each hole and kind of determining, okay, like, so number 1's super long. So my goal, especially because we're not warmed up as well, is to maybe get a bogey on the first hole. Second hole is pretty easy, so I'm going to shoot for par. Third hole is pretty easy. I'm going to shoot for par. Fourth hole's, it's fairly hard, so I'm going to shoot for a bogey there. What we're trying to do by putting all these numbers in is we're trying to figure out what you want to shoot for your entire round. So let's say my goal is 78. I'm going to try to make these numbers add up to 78. And then when I'm playing, what I like to do is I like to fold my scorecard so that it's almost like I'm playing rounds of 3 holes. It keeps us more focused and aligned with our goals. And also, the worst thing that you could do ever is get through 16 and be like, oh, I have to par out to shoot my goal. Do not add up your score prior to you finishing. And that's why I like to fold it over so that we can't add it up. We can't see it. Don't even add it up at 9. Just wait until you're done. Let's say you're playing in a golf tournament. You want to make sure that the score that you have written down on your card matches the person who is keeping your score. And we've seen this lately where someone turned in a scorecard, but on their card, they had a lower number than they should have. If that happens and you've signed it and you've left, then you're DQ'd. Okay. If the score was higher though, you're not DQ'd, but you would have to post that score. So it's just really important that you verify the score before you sign it here and turn it in.